So if you take that action, means thereby they are not at all doing justice to the public. If we speak this to the public, we cannot speak. They are not qualified to hear it. A sadhaka, the Vidhi Marga, who is in the Vidhi Marga, is not qualified to hear. He has to control his senses first. He has not controlled. He has not controlled his kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada and matsarya. He is not controlled. That can be controlled by repeating namam. And after repeating namam, when he controls that, he can hear of raganuga bhakti. It is not, of course, they have warned us not to open that side. And Thakur wrote Chaitanya Sikshamritam. In it he asked the devotees not to read Rasatattvam. They can read up to Vidhi Bhakti, complete. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu you can read, but you could not touch this. The another is, and you know about Raga Bhakti, Raganuga Bhakti, there. That should not be touched. They should not touch. Because if they touch it, means they are not doing any help to the public. Singly they will have any kutiram and do bhajan. Though if all of you want to have kutirams, separate kutirams to do bhajan, you can do. But that is not a propagation. पांडे आई लागी
उसके पेपर थोड़ा चढ़ देवे 4-5 दिन
Your talk, your lecture was very nice.
This is Jaduvar, Prabhu.
You see, if everybody is allowed to discuss this Raganuga Bhakti in an institution, the institution will be ruined.
Yeah, I was just speaking with Yaduvar on the things that you said.
It will be ruined.
Yeah.
Therefore, it is necessary. There are two sects. One sect is the Goshthanandi, another sect is the Viviktanandi. Viviktanandi means they remain only singly and they can discuss this sort of bhakti, this Raganuga bhakti. But those who are in an institution, in a group, they have got a mission. All the acharyas, they come to this world to carry out their mission. What is that mission? To propagate, to preach. Mahaprabhu also did that. Mahaprabhu never asked at first, never asked this to anybody. He had practiced. Last time he practiced, but he never asked. He never preached that.
Yeah.
He preached Harinam. He preached devotion, everything, but not about Radha Bhakti and which he is practicing it. He never.
Yeah.
Nobody was allowed to go there even because he was in his ecstasy always. So he could not able to talk.
Yeah.
That is a different question. That stage can we have? It is not an easy thing. We may say that all stupids come to a person who is a stupid, another stupid. So when they say, I will teach you Raga Bhakti, Raganuga Bhakti, they cannot, they should not. They should not discuss. It will come automatically.
Yeah.
They must do practice bhakti and seva to Guru and Vaishnavas and carry the mission activities, and through that, if they can able to control themselves, kama, krodha, lobha, moha, ahankar, mamakar, raga, dvesha, all this, after that they can do that. Even Sukadeva Goswami, who has controlled everything, who has attained that Brahmanistha, he also has not spoken about it. Because if he utters the Radha Namam, then he cannot complete Bhagavatam, his mission. he should complete his Bhagavatam in 7 days. After 7 days, Parikshit Maharaj will be not there. He will go away. So within that time limit, he said, I will speak to you Bhagavatam in 7 days. The moment I stop my Bhagavatam, you will go. Now without giving him rest, that he was speaking, he is not taking rest, nor allowing listener to take rest, because they think if 1 minute lost, that minute cannot make up yoga. So 1 minute lost means lost.
Yeah.
So if he speaks of Radha, Radha name, if he utters Radha name, then out of ecstasy he will lose senses and go to sleep. And after that, when he gets up, it may be 1 hour late, 2 hours late, 3 hours late. So how can he complete his mission? He has promised that I will do this. I will speak to you Bhagavatam. The 3 hours lost. After 3 hours, he could come to senses. Then he can speak, cannot speak. How can he make up 3 hours? So he said, there is no certainty whether 3 hours or 3 days. Who knows? Who knows? To such a stage he has come.
Yeah.
So he doesn't want to stop his missionary work. That missionary work is keeping Bhagavat beside him. Bhagavat in 7 days. Even Sukadeva, though father was there, though his grandfather Parashar was there, they were not repeating Bhagavatam. He is repeating Bhagavatam.
Yeah.
And that is called Goshtanandi.
Yeah, Prabhupada also never discussed. Even if someone would ask him, oh Swamiji, what about Radha and Krishna? He'd say, oh, we're talking not this body. First you learn you're not this body.
Right.
You follow 4 principles. You chant. And you do some service. He didn't allow us.
Nobody, no Acharya, even Jiva Goswami and Rupa Goswami, Acharyas also never told.
Even
They have written, but they never told in a public meeting, in a gathering, they never told. That also, they never told to individual also.
Even before Prabhupada came to Vrindavan, he didn't allow anyone to come to Vrindavan to visit. He said, no, you can't go there. Because you have nothing to do there. You'll do mischief. You'll get in trouble. You'll misunderstand. No, you can't go there. Not for sight. He said, you can't go sightseeing.
Correct.
He wouldn't allow us even to come here. When we had some work, then you can come.
Correct.
He trained us like that.
Yes.
To this day, I have never traveled anywhere. You know, so many devotees, they go Rishikesh, they go here, they go there. No, he taught us, no. When you have some work to do, some preaching, you can go.
No, now missionary work.
Yeah.
He has engaged himself in this missionary work.
But just for
He has
seeing,
no
he
work.
said no.
He has now time to sit and chant Harinamam in a corner. But he was taking this job, this responsibility of carrying the message of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Krishna to door. It is the missionary work of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asking Haridas. You cannot sit in one place and repeat Namam. But you must go door to door.
Prabhupada had a saying, it was work now, ecstasy later.
Right.
In 1976, I was in Vrindavan and I was living outside trying to chant 64 rounds. So when he came, he immediately called for me. He said, why are you living there? I said, oh, I'm chanting 64. I said, so you can live here in the guest house. I said, but I'm cooking once a day. He said, so you can cook in my kitchen. Then I ran out of arguments, and I could understand he didn't like us to imitate this. And then the next day when I came, he said, "Okay, now you be the manager of the guest house in the temple."
Yes, yes. They must give some engagement.
Yeah, we had that.
Where is the time for you to discuss Raganuga Bhakti? Yeah. These are all stupids. I have not opened. I had an idea to give them an impression that, but it may be, I may lose my temper.
No, I was observing you very carefully, and I said, "Oh, he's being very gentle."
Yes, gentle. Otherwise,
But I know you wanted to say it. But I saw, oh, he's being very gentle.
Yes, yeah. That because these people, they will be misled.
Yeah.
Because they cannot reach the goal through Raganuga Bhakti, they cannot complete it as it is told, Koti Janma Sukritairapi. One Janma Sukritam can give Bhakti, but Raganuga you cannot get in Koti Janmas. It will require Koti Janmas.
Where is this verse? This verse, you've quoted it many times.
Yes, because it's told.
Where this verse comes?
This is in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Janma Koti Sukriti api na labhyati. Janma Koti. But Bhakti says, yes. Bhaktistu Bhagavat Bhaktiyana Parijayate Satsanga Prapyate Pumhi Sukrite Purvasantite. If you have got Purvasantita Sukritam, you will get association of sadhus. But here, no. You must get the Brajavasi. Who is the Brajavasi? The Brajavasi like Raghunath Goswami. You cannot get the touch of such a personality now. Raghunath like Raghunath Goswami, who was performing physical labor and mental labor to attain that Anandam. He did it. There is none equal to Raghunath Goswami who did it. So if such people, the Goswami is available, if you are fortunate, if you receive the blessings of that Goswami, then you can get. So we cannot get it so easily. We don't find anybody in Vrindavan who is actually doing bhajan. Leave off the discussion. They may discuss because printing presses are there. They want to print something nonsense. And there are dogs and cats and hogs who are the followers of those rascals. They will do. They will speak. Somebody at Radhakund is speaking, it seems, not about Raga Bhakti. But he has no right to speak. There is no penal code application here. Those people who are not the followers of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who have not reached the footprints of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they have no right to talk about Raga Bhakti. Who is the authority of Raga Bhakti? Rupa Goswami. Then if you have to follow Rupa Goswami, you must come to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And if you do not know Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you do not know Raga Bhakti. Because you cannot read the teachings of, cannot understand the teachings of Rupa Goswami. So if you don't touch Rupa Goswami's teachings, how can you understand? These Nimbarkis, they say of Raga Bhakti, no. They have no right to speak Raga Bhakti. Only Mahaprabhu Sampradayam can speak. Because Mahaprabhu has taught that. Mahaprabhu is the combined murtis of Radha and Krishna. So the Leelas of Radha Krishna can be taught by Radha Krishna only. No Mahajana, no Mahapurusha, no Mahatma, no spiritual leader can talk. Only Radha Krishna. So Radha Krishna Gauranga Mahaprabhu, he has explained this to all. Now if you forget him, there is no this Raganuga Bhakti. Raganuga Bhakti. They do not know what is Raganuga. They talk too much. Now they want to discuss it. No question of discussing this. You Vidhi Margam. You must follow Vidhi Nishedham. This is wanted, this is not wanted. Vidhi and Nishedham. You should not do this, you should do it. These are the Vidhi and Nishedhan Vidhi Margam. And Raga Margam, there is no such restriction. You can do as you like, you can move as you like, you can eat as you like. You are a Paramahansa. The Paramahansa Sthiti has not come. We must be regulated by laws. The Vidhi laws must be regulated. That if we want to violate the regulations, then we can become Paramahansa. We are violating now. We don't want it. We want easy approach. We will high jump. We will jump and get it. Bhakti Vinod Thakur says, you fellows, you are not climbing the tree, you want to pick up the fruit. You climb the tree first. You must go through. That what is that Bhakti Lata? It proceeds. Bhulokam, Bhuvalokam, Swarlokam, the conception of Bhulokam, conception of Swarlokam, conception of Mahalokam, Janalokam, Tapalokam, Satyalokam, Brahmalokam. Beyond that, Vaikuntha, beyond that, come to Krishna Pada Padma, Kalpa Vriksha. Then only you can yield fruit. That fruit you can enjoy. So, now you are talking about that. No, I had a desire to tell them that they must read Bhakti Sandarbha written by Jiva Goswami. He has mentioned all Bhagavad Slokams only. He has so arranged gradually the topic like Sandarbha. Sandarbha means the Sambandha, Avidheya and Prayojan. Relationship between the Jiva and the Bhagavan. Sambandha Tattvam he wrote about Brahma Tattvam, about Krishna Tattvam, about Bhagavad Tattvam, about Tattvam. All these Tattvams he wrote. Then he wrote about Bhakti Tattvam. Avidheya, practice Bhakti Tattvam. And what is Prayojana? Want Prema. Prema Sandarbha he wrote. Priti Sandarbha. Now, at least they must read the Bhakti Sandarbha, which contains all the important slokams regarding Bhakti. In Bhagavatam, the important slokams he has selected. And that he has, the process he has adopted, so that from the beginning we can be able to understand what is Bhakti and how to attain it. And Sadhu Sangam, all these things he has first told. It is told, he is not told of his own words, but the dictations of Bhagavad. He has taken one slokam and collected all such slokams of Bhagavad from top to bottom. In those days, there was no printing press. If once he read this from writing, you must read. But always he cannot read that. It is a voluminous book. He cannot read. Only he remembers. They have that remembrance capacity. They remember. He not only about Bhagavatam, he remembered all the Puranams, Padma Puranam, Skanda Puranam, Agni Puranam, Garuda Puranam, Matsya Puranam, Vamana Puranam, 18 Puranams. He first establishes Bhagavatam with the help of all other Puranams quotations. So, he is so strong, he has collected. And that should be studied first. In all our institutions, that's Bhakti Sandarbha must. Everybody should read Bhakti Sandarbha so that he can understand. There is no English translation to it. Yet, if a number of people sit together and allow one to speak, yes, he can understand. He can speak in English or little Hindi, like that. He can explain. And gradually, the one can become a master of the language and he will explain everything. That bhakti must be cultivated, and through Bhakti Sandarbha only we can do it. Every math, every institution should read Bhakti Sandarbha. If not, he cannot understand what is Bhakti. There are three paths, karma, jnanam and bhakti. Among three paths, which is the best one? Bhakti is the best one. Now he establishes this Bhakti in Bhagavatam. Now reading whole of the Bhagavatam, we cannot able to bring it in a process. A process, he has adopted a process. This is the way that you should go, one by one. Link he has, just like Vedantam, he has given that link. If we read that Bhakti Sandarbha, we will be perfect about Bhakti. Then only institution must always read and hear this Bhakti Sandarbha. Not of this Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu or Ujjala Nilamani. They can read Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, but never Ujjalamani. They should not enter into that path.
No, Prabhupada, he was very emphatic. When he was here, no, he forbid.
That should be done.
He said it is forbidden. He said
Forbidden.
Forbidden.
Yes, forbidden. Nobody is allowed. You should not read Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Don't touch the Rasa Tattva. Rasa Tattva. That should not touch. Up to that you can read. And realize first. If you know what Tattva is Krishna, then only you can. How can you realize? Unless you have bhakti, you cannot realize. So you must have perfect bhakti. Cultivate bhakti. Do the service. Service of Lord Krishna, service of Guru and service of Vaishnavas. He must be engaged in service day and night. And through that he can be able to hear this. He must have brain. Ordinary people cannot understand these things. Some really brain is necessary.
Yeah.
So, who has no brain, how can he discuss philosophy? He should not discuss philosophy. He must do his service. If he does his service, nowadays if any new thing is adopted, everybody will sit there. They will never do their own job services. They will never take care of even Archana also. They not, because this is a tasteful subject, because the rasam is there, so they want to hear this. It should be stopped.
Maharaj, when Prabhupada first came to America, then he actually asked some boys, you chant 64 rounds. They said, oh, it's too difficult. So he finally said, okay, 16 rounds, you have to chant 16 rounds. But the idea is that in time one must increase this chant, especially if he's going to take responsibility in the institution. That chanting should be increased in quantity and quality, so that one develops a taste. Not just forever we will chant 16 rounds and...
Correct.
Isn't it?
Because heavy responsibility.
Yeah.
You have to do, manpower is less, now work is more, and if you sit repeating Namam, who will do the service? They will, because doing Harinam is a lazy fellow's duty then. Lazy fellow people will sit, what are you doing? I am doing Harinam. So no other service he will do. He will say Harinam. In the name of Harinam, he becomes lazy, he cannot do the service. Service is most important. Sevanmukhi Jivadu Swayama Vasparaktana. In the institution, they never allow the disciple to repeat Namam only. He must, in particular hour, he must do Kirtanam. And morning Kirtanam or evening Kirtanam or night Kirtanam, that's all. But if he is going on repeating Namam and sitting in a corner taking Harinamam, he will never do Harinamam. Yes. Drowsy then they cannot do Harinam. But this the Acharyas know. So they want to ask all the students to do service. First to do service. They have those newcomers who come to the institution, they have no time to perform Harinam. They have no time at all. Even 16 rounds, even one round. Because so much tight engagement, tight work, he has to do that. He cannot avoid it. The seva, he must do that seva. That is necessary. But these people, it's a wonder. These people, what is it called? Devil's workshop. Idol's brain is there. Now these people also, by becoming idle, they never do Harinamam. Though you ask them to sit and do Harinam, he will never do. He will never do Harinam. In the name of Harinam, as you said, he will be sleeping. Time for prasad, ho gaya, he will run to take prasad. And after that, he will sleep. So he is not fond of Harinam at all. So institution means they have to work hard. If all of you sit with Harinamams, no institution, you must be at your home. You have to earn your belly, you have food. Who will give you food? That you have to earn and do Harinam. You have to do service. You cannot sit where money will come to you. Who will cook for you? Who will give you food to you? You should think that. Then there is no institution. And these lazy fellows combined, vested interests are lazy fellows combined. They say, we want to discuss Rupanuga Bhakti. Rupanuga Bhakti. You do not know what Bhakti is, you want to know about Rupanuga Bhakti. What Bhakti is, you have not understood till now. It is wonder that these people want to cultivate this Rupanuga Bhakti. Who is here to speak Rupanuga Bhakti? He is not a Rupanuga. He has not realized it so. This propaganda must be stopped in institution. Because all of these people in the name of bhajan, they become all lazy fellows. Lazy. They will never do the duty. Suppose some urgent phone has come, you have to reply to it. He says that I am doing Harinama. No Harinama is wanted, you must attend to duty first. You must attend because it must be a serious telegram. And you have to give immediate reply to it. And you say, now I am doing Harinama. You cannot maintain the institution. You must do service. First do service. All of you, without selfishness, you have to do service. Individual selfishness must be given up. Collective selfishness must be there. That we belong to this institution. The collective means the institution has got some selfishness. For the existence of the institution, they want something. So for it you have to use this selfishness. Not for your, what I care. Let me do my own job. Everybody, if in the institution, all people do their own jobs, means it is their training a selfishness. They must have unity. They must have unity. And if any difficulty comes, they must distribute the difficulty among themselves. Any loss comes, they will distribute them among themselves. The profit comes, they will distribute. So this is called collective selfishness. You must have collective selfishness. If not, institution cannot survive. Now such things are coming. You see, because they have no interest in the institution. No interest. The people will be, outsiders may be criticizing us. It is common. It is common. Always there are demons. When there are devatas, demons are always there. So you cannot avoid them. They will come and they will go. But Krishna will kill them or Krishna will protect you. But you cannot stop them. They will come. It is nature. Nature. The positive and negative forces are always there. So why should you are afraid of that? You cannot afraid because Krishna is there. You must see that mission's work, what Guru has wanted you to do. Wanted you to do. You have to sacrifice. That they cannot realize. See, they cannot realize it. They say, we like Prabhupada. Prabhupada used to like me. No matter. But how are you following Prabhupada? What is the mission of Prabhupada? This is the institution. Is the mission of Prabhupada. His hard labor has brought this institution to such a form. And so many people are benefited. Many thousands and lakhs of people, they come and darshan and hear and take prasadam. They are benefited. They could understand, they could realize through this institution. So if he never starting the institution, if he sit somewhere and do japam, nobody will harm him, he will do japam. But he is invited, the difficulties, that I must go travel without food, without clothing. He was traveling and speaking. That was his mission. Now, if we understand Prabhupada means, we must understand his hard labor he has done for the success of the institution and the success of his mission. It succeeded. Now it succeeded. Unless how so many people gather on that day, how could you gather? How such a building here, there was no building. Previously 10 years back or 15 years back or 20 years back, there is no building. Now a building has come up. So many people are coming, services are going on. So if all of you sit in a corner and think of this Rupanuga Siddhantam. Rupanuga Siddhantam means in mind you have to remember, Smarana. But you must hear first, then repeat Kirtanam, then come to Smarana. You have to come Smarana stage. When it comes to you, then you should think of that, not now. Now you have to do hard labor and repeat Namam. Serve the Vaishnavas, serve the Lord, serve the devotees. Serve the devotees. Those guests, those who come to you, you must serve them. Because they are dependent to you. When they have come here, they want some food. That prasadam you prepare and give them. You must accommodate them. This is a mission. Unless if you sit in a tree, shade of the tree, nobody will come to you. Nobody will come to you. And you need not take the trouble of speaking to them. Because you say, let me do my business. I have nothing to do with you. What for you have come? I have come for this. Yes. Yes, good. You go and it will come automatically. In course it will come. Finish. Because he never feels it is a botheration to him that I am engaged in my services, in my namam, or in my script, with my scriptures. Why should they should trouble me, and why should I talk to them? Thereby I am spending my time. This is Viviktanandi's idea. But everybody wants to Viviktanandi. There is no mission. You will have that your home. You will have one kutiram. You will have, yet though you have kutiram, there must be some members to serve the kutiram. You have to maintain them. You have to. You cannot be Viviktanandi. If Viviktanandi means he must be in a place, no madhu except madhukari, he cannot do anything. He must go out, take madhukari, eat, drink, sit. You have to sit, no kutiram, like Goswamis. They are living under the shade of trees. Vrikshamulavas. Their vasati, their shelter is a tree. They never even stay 2 days in shelter. One day they will stay, next day they will leave. Because attachment has come. That this tree is suitable for me. So they are always engaged in service. They are called Mahanubhavas, Paramahamsas. They doesn't care. Always that they have no material consciousness. That they could not get food today. Our body will be reduced. My weakness will come to you. So what can I do? They did not think that. Mila nahi to nahi. If available, if you get it, all right. If not, all right. So that stage must come to speak to you Raganuga Bhakti. Who is that person? He actually speak Raganuga. Who is Raganuga? Who is the Raganuga Bhakta? We are unfit. I have no qualification to be a Raganuga Bhakta. You have to understand so many things. You have to read Bhagavatam from first canto to 9th canto. And after reading Bhagavatam of 9th cantos, then you read Dasamaskanda Bhagavatam up to 5th chapters. Then after 26th or 26th or 27th chapters, for 5 chapters you need not read. You have no right to read. This is Rasa Panchadhyayam. When Rasa question is there, you should not read. Then again you go after 35 slokas, you can read till the end. And also you must well versed with Ekadasa Skandham, Bhagavata Ekadasa Skandham. If you want to know Bhagavatam, you must be well versed in Ekadasa Skandham. The whole Siddhantam is there. Whole Siddhantam is there. And if you read the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, it clears your doubts about Bhakti. Karma, Jnana and Bhakti. 3 parts. Superior is Bhakti. Karma, Jnana is not inferior. So a bhakta doesn't want to take the help of karma and jnana. But a karma and jnana must take the help of bhakti. Bhakti has two children. What is vairagyam? Vairagyam is one and jnanam is one. And bhakti is there, vairagyam and jnanam will automatically follow him. If bhakti is not there, jnanam and vairagyam is there, that jnanam and vairagyam cannot give you moksham. For mukti you want. No, it will never give mukti. If you do bhakti, if you repeat nama, if you worship archana, if you do archana, then you can. Without bhakti, independently, jnana karma cannot give you the result that should give. Even karma also, Pasyat Paka Vivarjatani, if you do any karma with some aim, but when the result comes after some time, cultivating it, after some time you get the result opposite to your desire. What you have desired, you never get it. It's opposite. But to a bhakta, he has no desire. So whatever he does, it is bhakti. Desire means karma. So he has to do karma. But according to desire, he cannot be happy because the result was not favorable. Result goes wrong against him. Then he has to be Pasyat Paka Viparjasam Mithuni Charinam Nunam. Mithuni Charinam Nunam. People who do karma, duty. So throughout the life he has done duty, but at the last end he says everything went opposite. Now he is not happy. Now he is, say, 60 or 70 years. He is not happy with the duty day and night he has done throughout the life. Because it gives him some result that is unexpected, that is not happy or congenial to him. Everything goes against him. So bhakti, from the beginning, you will reap the fruit from the beginning, from the starting day. But karma and jnana, from the starting day, you cannot reap the result. Karma means you finish the work, complete the work. If you want to stay in a house, first you have to build a foundation, then basement, then walls, then roof, then plastering and this and that. It will take 2 months or 3 months or 4 months. After that you want to be happy there. You can sleep opening finished. You went there and it so happens, though you have spent 1,00,000 rupees, but on the opening day you could not be there. Or if you are there, you may be have some disease. So or something calamity comes to your family. So at last so happens that you have to house you have to let it out, or you must sell it. People say, no, you cannot prosper in this house, it is unnecessary. So you have done with hard labor, all your energy you have spent to be happy, but you cannot be happy. If it goes on achhidramastu, says, achhidramastu means let all the obstacles may be perished. There is a mantram. They must do it Vishnu mantram, Vishnu Sahasranama. Because to destroy its obstacles in future, they have to repeat Purusha Suktam, they have to repeat Sri Suktam, and they have to repeat all these mantrams. If not, if I am bhakti, it is bhakti. So with bhakti only, that karma will give you permanent result. Without bhakti, karma will never give you permanent result. A marriage life may be happy, but for the present. He doesn't know how long he will be happy with this. Few days or after some days, they will leave, they will quit each other, then no happiness. In education, happiness, no happiness. Yeah, money, no happiness. No happiness in any activity. Only bhakti activity will give you happiness. If you repeat one nama, Hare Krishna, if you repeat one nama today, accidentally, that will be in the diary of Lord Krishna, oh, that fellow has repeated one nama. You will get the result for it. You will get it. So 2 namams, 10 namams, daily you repeat namams, or do some puja, bring some flower and give it to the Lord, bring some and do pradakshina, go to Radha Damodar and come, or go to this Vrindavan Parikrama. This is bhakti. And that bhakti, it is there in the list. In your list, your name, that bhakti will continue. Bhakti will continue. So bhakti has no loss. Karma and jnanam, if lost or anything, anyone falls down, he must come to the beginning and start again. But in bhakti, no fall, no fall. He will be there, he will go, he will rise. Suppose he stops somewhere, he may stop there, again from there, it will continue. Eternal. This is. Sunnata Swakatha Krishnam Gunatasya Sateshtitam Nati Dirghena Kavino Bhagavan Visate Hridi. So if you repeat Namam or hear Namam, immediately you will get Krishna, Lord Krishna, sitting in your heart. Sitting in your heart. You will get Lord Krishna sitting in your heart. You will see the Krishna sitting in your heart. Bhakti is so pleasant from the beginning to the end. And it will give the result. Perfect result, always. Result is always there. In karma and jnanam, no such results. You have to perform, and it is ripe. If there is no obstacle, you can come. But bhakti is always without obstacle, it will give you result. That bhakti must be cultivated. Always bhakti. Sunnata Swakata Krishnam. You hear, by listening bhakti, listening namam, bhakti, you are administering, taking bhakti. You are cultivating bhakti by this hearing namam. Sunnata Sakata Krishna. You read Harinam, you read or you see. Read means at least you have to utter with the help of tongue. But hearing, no difficulty. No difficulty. Just keep your ears open, you hear. You don't require rest for hearing. Only sleep may disturb you, but actually you never require rest by speech. Hearing. To hear, don't. To speak, you want some rest. Continuously you cannot speak. You require rest. But hearing, you can hear ears together. Ears together you can hear. No difficulty, no harm, nothing will be there to your ears. Because in seeing also, the eyesight may be affected. But hearing, nothing affected. But if it is not a volume, big sound must be regulated, no doubt. But though you need not give a bomb sound, you not hear. It is ordinary talking. Ordinary talk. You talk, I will hear. You can hear. No loss to you. No expensive one. Nobody will trouble you. You need not trouble others. Hear. What you hear? Bhagavan Katha. Sunnata Sakatha Krishna. Gunata Satachestitam Nati Dirghinam. Karena Bhagavan Visitam. Just if you repeat Krishna Namam or hear Krishna Namam, Krishna will come and make his residence in your heart. So now what is that is bhakti? Shravanam, Kirtanam. You speak many talks, you speak many words, you speak bhakti or hear bhakti, finish. Bhakti, you will get the result of bhakti. So you not sit in asanam and keep your mind or control or eyesight control, and you should not look this side or that side. See, tip of the nose, have a so Samo Dama Tapasaucham Shanti Arjava Viraktayaha Jnana Kanka, Javana, Muslims, Khasadayaha, Khasajati, who came to India. They with Papa, all Papa Jivas, if they can be purified, Prabhishnavi Namaha, through Vishnu Namam, through Krishna Namam, they will be purified. It is a quotation of Bhagavatam, 2nd chapter, 2nd canto. And like this he has quoted gradually. Dhik janma na tribrut dhihi धिक व्रतम धिक भोग्यताम धिक कुलम धिक क्रियादाख्यम विमुखा जेतु अधुक्यते. If Lord is not favorable to one who has got riches, or who may be a great scholar, or who may be born in a Brahmin's caste, and he may perform this Janma Samskaram, 10 Samskarams, Upanayanam, or Veda Patanam, or he has spent some time in Gurukulam. Still, if he has no bhakti, then his kulam, his kriya, his capacity, everything is useless. Adhukyada, who has no bhakti towards Adhukyada, he says he is a fool. He is a fool. No, he is a pandit. He is a pandit. He is a jajnik. He will be doing daily yajna, sacrifice in the Vishnu yajna. Daily they perform. But still, they are useless.